Hello, I am Dale Husband, the Honorable Skeptic, creator of the Debbie and Carrie Show. With this video I want to explain the differences between the two versions of Plotagon that are available to users, Plotagon Studio for desktop computers, and Plotagon Story for smartphones. I started using Plotagon Studio in April of 2021. The very first video I made with it is linked in the description below. I really had no experience with animated features of any kind, and so my early works were less than professional looking. When I started making Debbie and Carrie episodes, I wasn't even thinking of a long-term series. That idea only came to me later. A link to the original version of the first episode of the show is below. Anyway, this is what Plotagon Studio looks like. The graphic interface is spread out because there is more room on a desktop screen. By contrast, Plotagon Story's interface is confined to a much smaller space, making it harder to see things in detail. Plotagon Story and Plotagon Studio have many things in common, of course. They both have the same stock characters built into the apps. They both have the same scenes, the same emotional features, the same built-in sound effects and background music options, and mostly the same character creation options. They both allow for subtitles with a dialogue. But Plotagon Story, being smaller to fit in a smartphone, lacks the ability to import one's own musical files and image files. Another link below leads to a video that I could only make with Plotagon Studio. It would have been impossible to make with Plotagon Story. If I had tried to do so, it would have been far less impressive. So why bother with Story? Well, Story serves as a backup in case Studio fails me, which it did about a year ago. Then I had to download and install a new version of Studio after seeing a video explaining why this was needed. See that video via another link below. Also, Studio only has two built-in voices, Rod and Karen, though the pitch of both voices can be adjusted. By contrast, Story has many other different voices, and so you can have your characters speak with more variety. Though even in Story, I do prefer Rod and Karen because they are so lifelike compared to most of the other voices included in Story. Also, I've noticed that the videos I make with Story are noticeably louder than with Studio, but I have no idea why. With Story, you can only upload a video at the smallest possible file size, 720p. With Studio, you can upload videos at 720p, 1080p, 1440p, and 4K, though in practice, I usually upload videos at 1080p to save time and computer space. Story is so damn cheap that I went ahead and bought the golden ticket for it immediately. No need for any monthly or yearly subscription. But with Studio I do pay a yearly subscription of $70. Which is still incredibly cheap considering what I can do with it. Does the Plotagon company not want to make money? In any case, I am extremely grateful to the makers of Plotagon for their apps. They enabled me to achieve a level of storytelling and creativity I never imagined was possible before. I wish I could meet with Helena, the company's community manager. She is one of my favorite people for what she does. But I guess I will have to be content with this instead.